Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Minnesota Wild GM mode. So, in last episode, we had the off season and we made a couple trades, but they didn't involve roster players. We also signed a couple low elite players for the AHL club, but this is what our team looks like now. So it's kind of weak on the bottom six, but Lawson's really nice actually for that third line. We also picked up Reginald McKelly from the Pittsburgh Penguins. He's pretty nice. And then defensively, we also got Christian Nilsson. This guy was actually 78 last season, and he's up to an 82 at only 21. So I'm hoping this guy gets to an 85, 86, but he's a good defensive defenseman with that 92 defensive awareness. So this guy should help out on the penalty kill big time. We are giving power play time. Yeah, we're going to give power play time, though, to Tillett. The reason being is because he's listed as actually top 4, but he's in the top 6 pairing, and we want him to still grow over Hedstrom. I don't care as much about Hedstrom. Hedstrom, since he's a defensive defenseman, maybe we put him on the penalty kill. He's already on the penalty kill, okay. Okay, so that should be fine. So anyways, yeah, that's basically what we did in last episode, and I'm hoping now we could get a chance to win another Stanley Cup. We are still listed as a championship team, and we still have Granlund and Dumba playing in another season, so hopefully those guys don't drop too much during the season, and hopefully we make it back to the Cup finals. Last year we made it to the conference finals, but we were outstudied in 6 games. I'm thinking we should be able to at least get to the conference finals again, but you never know, we could run into somebody that's like the Canucks that won the President's Trophy or something like that. Scouting wise, what do we need? I don't even know what we need, to be honest, so let's just go goalies just in case Pittis doesn't pan out, because Corson is getting closer to his retirement age probably. I don't know what year he would retire at, but you never know. Just to play it safe. So in preseason we go 5-1, not too bad. In our first game of the season up against the Islanders, first NHL game for Kai Jalonen and I think, maybe McKelly, who we picked up from Pittsburgh. So let's go all the way to the end of October just to see how we're playing so far, and then we'll continue with the simulation. So we win our first game against the Islanders 3-2, and then we get a nice shutout win over New Jersey, but fall in overtime to Colorado. Not that bad start, 3-1-1. Another loss in this first month. It seems like it's win 1, lose 1 pretty much. We lost 2 in a row now. Come on, guys, get off the skid. There you go, 5-4-1. Can we get another win? And Corson's been injured, it said, but it might have been a day-to-day injury. Hopefully it's not a long-term one, and it's a long-term one. Well, it's till November 6th. It's not that long-term. So we're going to have to call up, I guess, Pittis, because I don't want to call up the other goaltender. Who is the other goaltender? Kessel. He'd go through waivers. I don't know if he'd get claimed. We could always call up Pittis. He's down to a 71. I might call up just Kessel just because I'm going to call up Kessel even though he goes through waivers. It's risky, but whatever. We have we could tend to lose Kessel if we need to. The computer will find us somebody. So Kessel, you could jump into the NHL, give you a chance to play a couple of games because you haven't played in the NHL yet. So there you go. And in the AHL, I guess the computer signed us this Jas guy, so we got Pittis and Jas. So Pittis, you could be the starter, obviously, and Igor Jas is the backup. There you go. So that's only a couple days. It's not that bad of an injury. If it was a long-term injury, that would suck because it would hurt our playoff chances a lot. So let's just see where we are in standings for the first month. Okay, so we're in a wild card spot at the moment. And we're staying as good as the entire division, so that's good. Fitzgerald was leading the way, I think it said, in points with 10 points in 11 games. He's trying to prove me wrong. I have a feeling that when he becomes a UFA or RFA, he's going to want to find a different team to play with, and Corson is now back, so we're going to have to send back down Kessel, so hopefully he does not get claimed here. There you go, Kessel, and he was not claimed. Good. because I didn't really want to lose him because he's a decent starter for the AHL club. McQuaid's up to an 83 now. Interesting. Maybe it's just because he had a good performance in the last game. So Jas gets replaced by Kessel. I don't know if Kessel even played an NHL game. Did he play an NHL game? No, he did not. Whatever, he got called up for... Wait, did he? Oh, no, he did. Yeah, he played 2 games in the NHL this year. He went 1-1. Not too bad. He at least got a win in the NHL when he was up here. And scouting assignment once again. Let's just go 6 weeks somewhere where... Because I don't really care what we draft, to be honest. Let's just go forwards. Because we need more bottom 6 guys, I guess. Game against Pittsburgh, game we lose. Hopefully that trade was still in our favor. We're playing good defensively, it seems like, though, in some games. Like, we've had, like, a lot of shutouts already. Because I already see 3 on just this month. Well, there was one at the end of last month. So we might be one of the best defensive teams if we're lucky. And that's what I'm hoping for, considering we just picked up Nilsson in the offseason and McKelly, who are both good defensive players, same with Johnny Lawson. Our record doesn't look the greatest, actually. 12-9-3. And our AHL team is dying. And Fitzgerald's been injured for a couple days. That's a big injury. So, Sure, you go up. Johnny Lawson's out to an 84. Nice. We'll put him as a second liner, even though he's not listed as a second liner. And I guess Chipchura, you could come in because Forsberg, I don't think he's going to be NHL material. Chipchura, I guess Chipchura just play everywhere, even if it's on 3-on-3. I don't know how good of a player you are, but like when it comes to overtime. Okay. So, Fitzgerald should be back soon. Yep, he's back already. Good. Didn't miss that much games. So get out of here, Chipchura. And Fitzgerald, there you go. He's back up to an 85, so he must be growing now. I'm hoping he still becomes an elite player somehow, but there you go. Our right side actually looks pretty nice in comparison to the rest of it, so too bad we didn't pick up a nice left winger for the bottom 6 either. There's another shutout. If Corson's getting all these shutouts, that's pretty crazy. Because I think he's had like 5 or 6 of them so far. And Jared Malone has been injured with a concussion. Okay, I guess I'll edit the lines. We could have went replace player. So Granlund, you could go up to that pairing, or that part. Scratched. Who's the best face-off man out of all these scratched guys? Forsberg 70. Baran 71. And yeah, so Baran, he could play center, I guess. That way we could give you some ice time, because I know you're going to start complaining soon. He's listed as a 4th line forward, and we're using him as a depth guy. 17, 10, and 4. I don't like how the record looks, but at least we're getting wins too. So let's go to WHL. Game against St. Louis again. Malone's back before then, though. So Malone, you could go in here instead of Baran, who jumped up to a 78 just for playing, I guess. There you go. Come on, guys. And we lose again. And there's another loss, back-to-back losses. Yeah, our team record doesn't look that good. But we're getting W's, I guess, too. So, because we have 20 wins on the season already. And there's another loss. So going into January 2031, we are 20-14-4. So let's take a look at our player stats and all that stuff so far, and then we will go on to continuing with the simulation. Okay, so Bear Schultz leading the way, it says, with 34 points. Nice. About time he took over. So 34 points for Schultz, 33 for Fitzgerald, 33 for Urkamps, only 29 for Kaprizov, but he has more goals than assists. So he's still playing really good for an 84. I have a feeling he is going to retire pretty soon. Not sure if it's this season or next season. Then Bruce Regent, 24 points in 38 games. He might be on pace to win another Norris Trophy. Who knows? Hawes, 22 points. Sure, 19. Lawson's got 14 points, and he's a +4. That's why we acquired him, because he's a good defensive guy. And his defensive awareness is going up even. He's up to a 94 in defensive awareness. 5-star defensive player, so that's why probably he's a +4. So Malone, 13 points. McKelly, 12 points, and he's up to a 79. So he could be like a third liner by next season or at the end of the season. And he's a +4 as well, which is good. Yolonen, 12 points, not a bad for a fourth liner. Dumba only 11 points, but that's because he's dropping off and his potential actually dropped to an exact top 6. So he might retire this season, guys. Be prepared for that. Tommy Kilger, 10 points on the fourth line. Hodges, 10 points. Only 6 points for Tillett. Interesting. But he is probably growing. No, he's not. Granlund, 5 points. Nilsson, only 2 points, but he's a +12. And he's got 27 penalty minutes. Yeah, that's why I brought this in. Just a really solid defensive player. Nice. Chipchura, 2 points in 2 games. Hedstrom, 1 point in 38 games. But he's a +7. That's nice. Baran, no points in 2 games. And goaltending-wise, Corson's got 6 shutouts already. He's got a good save percentage and goals against, but McQuaid's been pretty good as well. 5-3-0 with a .934 save percentage and a 1.86. So he's playing like he did back in his rookie season, except for not as good, I guess. AHL-wise, let's just see who's leading the AHL. Zelna, 29 points. And Cormier, he's got 28 points. Okay. How about Lavallee? 9 points. Not bad. He's up to a 75. Wow. This guy's growing quick. He's going to be probably 78 by the end of the season, just like Nilsson. And then in the NHL next season. So that will be awesome, because I think I will get rid of Hedstrom maybe in the off season when it comes to that. So let's just continue with the simulation. Also, at the end of the season, we'll try and remember to check the player stats for former players like Luke Kunin, who is, I think, still in Carolina. Same with Schrader, all those type of guys. Unless they got traded, I don't know. Knubel, I think, is in Toronto now. He was with New Jersey, but New Jersey traded him. So Kuiper's been injured. That's AHL. We'll just replace him. Game against Arizona is another loss. So Kuiper is back. Let's see. Kuiper was playing where Carlos was, I think it was. Kuiper's at 63. Yeah, hopefully he grows too. No, maybe it wasn't where Carlos was playing. I don't know. But Dundas is up to a 65. Martin's still 68. Hopefully those elite guys grow. Because if they don't grow, then that's not good. Because we need that like bona fide top 2 defenseman. Like Ruchin's a good defenseman at 86, but he's not a top 2. Like he's not an 88 plus. That's what I want. And Clinton Martin's like from some country that doesn't have a lot of NHL players. Like I think it's like Hungary or something like that. Okay, so AHL or OHL. There you go. And let's see, game against Winnipeg is another win. Let's just check the standings actually quickly, because I don't think I looked at that. Okay, here's a trade offer. So we're getting rid of a prospect and a pick, and we're picking up William Nylander for our second line right wing, and we pick up a better defenseman that's signed for 3 years, I think, in Gerard. No, I don't want Gerard. Willie Nylander, he's pretty good though. He would help us out a decent amount, but we have a lot of playmakers on the team. I'm not going to accept that deal because I don't really need to do that, I don't think. How are we for standings wise? We are out of the playoffs currently. Damn, that's not good. We might have to make some moves or line changes. But yeah, Fitzgerald's killing it this season. 46 points in 47 games. Let's just check the standings. The Western Conference. Where are we in the Western Conference? 10th. Okay, so we're only 3 points back, and we got way more games in hand over Colorado. And then we have only 1 game in hand against Edmonton, so we could still make it. So if we have a good 5-6 game winning streak, that's going to help our playoff chances a lot more. So let's just go still right up to the trade deadline, and then we'll debate if we want to make any trades or stuff like that. Okay, so we have a game against Carolina, who is not doing that good at all. So poor Luke Kunin might never win a Stanley Cup before he retires. And we lose to them now. Damn. They might play spoiler. Come on, guys. Let's get a winning streak together and make the playoffs. Finn Berchi. We don't need him. We already got some depth guys. We're going to offer Josh Morrissey. Morrissey's got only 1 year left. And he's old, 35, 81 overall. It's pretty good. He's like a Matt Dumba pretty much. But we don't need him because I want the other youngster guys to play. Foy in a 5th for a 4th. Who is this Foy guy? Tommy Foy, 77. You don't need a 77 defenseman. There's another loss. Come on, guys. Go on a winning streak here. There's a shootout win. We need like a 3-game or a 4-game winning streak. Camps has been injured till February 18th, so that's only like a week. Another big injury. And Kaprizov has dropped to an 83. Ugh. I'm going to still put him on the first line, though, because he knows what to do with the puck. It's not good that some of our guys are dropping, though. So, yeah, Baran, since you're an actual left winger, we'll place you in the lineup again. And I guess you'll play 3-on-3 once again. Where are you? There you are. Boom. And there's another loss. Come on, guys. We got to win some games. We got to win like 3 in a row, and we're getting offered another trade offer. I'm not going to accept it, though. I don't think. It's trading away our elite goaltender prospect for this. Mayorov and Bure. Mayorov's 86. Holy crap. That would be really nice. But we'd have to scratch like Hedstrom. Wow. 86 years or overall, not years old. He's making a lot of money too, though. And then we get Louis Bure, who's an 84. That would definitely help us out a lot in both situations. But to give up Pittis, whose trade value is dropping, I might have to trade away another goalie prospect and then Dagenet. But see, if I did that, then I'm going to have to send some depth guys back to the AHL, use Hedstrom as a depth defenseman. I could actually do that, I think. Both guys are on 1 year left deals, so this would definitely help for a cup run and help make our team a lot stronger. We won't be able to get them back again next year necessarily. Let's see. So I'd have to scratch, I'd have to send Baran down, which is, I could do that. You know what, I'm going to do this trade. This is a really big risk because we're getting rid of our medium elite goaltender, but like I said, he's not growing. And then we're getting rid of a low top 4 defenseman that we didn't sign yet. But we're getting a pretty good left winger who's only got 1 year left on this deal. And then we're getting a really good defenseman. So, yeah, I'm going to do this deal. It's going to help us. We want to win that cup. We don't care about losing our elite goaltenders. So I'm going to edit the lines, guys, and I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, guys, so here's our lines. So once Camps comes back, though, it's going to look a lot better. But our team actually looks really nicely now in the top 6, and our defensive core looks super strong. Miorov's a left-handed defenseman, and Rushin's a right-handed, so it's a very nice top 2. 283s on the second pairing, and a pretty solid bottom 6 pairing. So hopefully everybody's fine with their ice time, though. Let's just check the special teams for a second. I want to keep Tilt in there. And Hodges could get taken off this. And we'll put Mayorov on the power play. And yeah, we'll put Hodges on the penalty kill, I think, only. Because Hodges is probably, I think Hodges was solid defensively. Oh, he's already on there. Okay, that's fine. We'll do that. So yeah, once Cramps is back now, so we're going to have to send another player down to the AHL. So who is the worst player on the team? That is Granlund. Granlund's dropping off now. I want to keep him still, though. Baran. I could tend to lose Baran. I don't want to send down Granlund. Yeah, I'm going to send down Baran because I don't think we need Baran. I'd rather keep Granlund in the lineup, and we'd be over the salary cap if we send him down. How? How would we be over the salary cap if we send a player down? Damn. Is there anybody that's doesn't go through waivers? Tillet's the only one that doesn't, but I'm not sending Tillet down. I might have to send Granlund down. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go best the auto-fix roster thing, and then I'm going to edit it myself. So Granlund has been sent down. But is there any way I could make it so I don't have to? Yeah, I think that's the best move we have to do is just send Granlund down. Whoa. Oh, I edited my lines again. God damn it. So this is what I wanted to do. Who is a better face-off? I think it was Kilgren. Okay, so our lines look like that now. Defensively, still looks the same. Okay, good. Scratched. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, but it sucks that we had to send out Granlund. Granlund, I guess you could play. Yeah, you're playing there now. Whatever. So Granlund is going to be in the AHL now. Unfortunately, he didn't get claimed even. So he's not going to get to play and maybe win another Stanley Cup with us. But he played at least a decent portion of the season. But that trade is what made us have to do that. But we have to do that, though, in order to get to the playoffs, I think, is make a trade like that. Because we haven't made a blockbuster trade in years. We're not going to do any more trades the rest of the season. Because I think that should help us out a lot. And we started off with a win and a loss since that trade. There's another win. I think we should be a playoff team because of that trade. Because Bourret helps out our left side a lot better. Like our center core is still a bit weak on that third pairing, or third line. But otherwise, we have a really tank defensive core. Like I've never had two 86s playing with each other. It's basically like two 88s from NHL 17. Come on, guys, we got to win games. We can't just lose games here. We've lost 3 in a row now. If we miss the playoffs after that trade, I'm going to be pissed because we lost out on Pittis. Like I said, Pittis, that one's a bit of a wild card because I don't know if he's going to be an NHL goaltender. But he hasn't been getting his minutes really with us. There's a win. Come on, guys. We got to win like a couple in a row. There you go. 3 in a row. Game against Tampa Bay. 4 in a row. There's the team I wanted to see. We want to win a lot of games, 10 this season. Back-to-back losses, 3 losses in a row. That's not good, guys. Not at this stage. Where are we in the standings? We better be still in the playoffs. Yeah, we're still in the wild card spot. And just check the entire league standings, or in the Western Conference at least. Make sure we could still hold on to the spots. So we're just a point above Edmonton. So we want to keep winning games, boys. We're playing really good defensively this year, it looks like. But we need to get the offense going and win games. Yeah, Calgary was in the playoff team. That's why they made that trade. So, yeah, I think we could make the playoffs still if we could beat teams like Edmonton and Vegas. So just don't let Edmonton and Vegas beat you. That's the main thing. And Fitzgerald's got 70 points, so he's having a breakout year, so he should be up to some like an 87 next season if he hasn't already grown. So let's go to the first. I said games against Vegas and Edmonton. We have one up against Edmonton right now. Come on, beat them. We got to beat them. Yes, that's what you do. You shut them out 3-0. 3-game winning streak, 4-game winning streak. We should be close to clinching. Now we're against the Boston Bruins, against the team that we beat in the Stanley Cup Finals. Have we clinched yet? No, we haven't, but we got 89 points. The next closest looks like 84. Yeah, the next closest is... Oh, wait. How's Vegas? Vegas is in the playoff spot, though. Okay, so the next closest one that's not in the playoffs is 84 points. So we win this. I think we clinch, pretty much. We lose. Come on, guys. Don't lose games. Come on. Win. Oh, another loss. God damn it. Let's just check the standings, make sure no team's catching up to us. And we did clinch. Oh, goddamn. Lucky. Because we just lost 2 games in a row, but I guess Vegas must have lost a game or something. Or, well, not Vegas, maybe Edmonton. So we have clinched a playoff spot just barely by the skin of our teeth. Hopefully we have a better playoff simulation than the season was, because it wasn't the greatest. 43, 34, and 5. Our AHL team did not make it this year. Let's take a look at the player stats and the team stats for the season, and then we'll see who we're up against in the first round of the playoffs. So actually, let's just check the standings first. Why not? So entire league, Vancouver once again winning the President's Trophy, so hopefully we don't have to run into them again. Goals for, the most goals for per team per game on average was the Chicago Blackhawks and the Arizona Coyotes, both with 2.94 goals per game. We had one of the best, actually, 2.71, so I guess near the end of the season we scored a lot of goals. Goals against per game on average, we were one of the best teams, not the best defensive team. That was Vancouver, but we were up there, at least, like in 7th or something. Power play percentage was really weak, so maybe I have to change the power play lines for the playoffs. And then penalty kill looks like crap as well. Yeah, our penalty kill was bad too. That's surprising because we picked up a bunch of defensive players, so I might have to change to special teams, but other than that, the team played pretty decent. So let's just take a look at the player stats. It looks like Fitzgerald didn't even grow, surprisingly, but 77 points in 80 games for Eric Fitzgerald. Really good season for him, proving that he might be that elite player we still need. He's got one more year after this year. Erkram, 67 points. Nice. Not a good season for him, really, in comparison to like the last few seasons, but that's still pretty good. Plus 30. Schultz, 65 points. I think that's a career best or close to it. Kaprizov, 55 points, 32 goals, 23 assists at 33 years of age. So he's continuing to score a lot of goals. Hopefully he comes back for another year next year, because I still have him signed for one more year. Bruce Ruchin, 50 points. Might be a Norris Trophy winning defenseman. Haas, 42 points. Ray, 40 points. Bourret, 39. I don't know how much was with us. Should have checked his player stats beforehand. Lawson, 31. Malone, 25. Dumba, 24. Not bad. He's up to he dropped to an 80. Yeah, he was an 81. McKelly, 22 points. 14 goals, 8 assists. Wow. This guy's definitely a sniper. Hodges, 22 points. Kilger, 20 points. Mayorov, 20 points. Yolonen, 16. Tillett, 12 points. Chipchura, 10 points as a depth guy. And Granlund, 7 points before he lost it. So since he's going to retire probably this season, I'm going to just get all his stats here like that. There you go. Nilsson, 5 points. And Hedstrom, 3 points. And Baran, 1 point. So if there's an injury or something like that, we might want to call up Granlund just for playoff-wise, but I don't know if we're going to. He's 39. Goaltending-wise, Corson, 7 shutouts, 922 save percentage, and a 2.33. And McQuaid, 8-6-1 with a 926 and a 2.10. Okay. And then let's just check the AHL quickly. Hopefully that trade helps us win a cup, though. Jelena led the way with 60 points. Cormier, 50 points. Sorry, guys, losing my voice. Lavallee, 33 points in his first season in the AHL, and he's up to a 79 and a top 6 defenseman. Ooh, I want to call him up kind of, but I don't at the same time. He was a minus 27 this year, but 33 points is really good for a defenseman, especially in his first year at 19 years of age. Let's see the other low elites I picked up. What about Ferguson? Not that good. Carter, 13 points. He's up to a 70. Okay, that's decent. Granlund had 9 points in 26 games down there in the minors. Not too bad. Martin finally scored his first NHL goal, and Dundas scored a goal too. Martin's up to a 69, and Dundas is 66. Hopefully those guys are still going to grow. I hope they're up to like the 70-somethings by next season. Kessel and Jass, okay. And yeah, so that's that. Let's now see who we are up against in the first round of the playoffs. And then we'll actually, I think that's all we'll do for this episode. Like, I want to check the player stats from our former players, but we're running really short on time. So hopefully it's a pretty easy team that we play in the first round, but it probably won't be. And it's the Chicago Blackhawks, who have home ice. We've played Chicago multiple times in the last few years. I'm expecting they still have the good defensive core with Chychrun and stuff like that, and in a good forward core with Vince Lewis again. So Urkamps once again has to play against his former team. So first line, you got Guryanov with Lewis and Ebbett. Clarence Ebbett, always the guy that seems to beat us. Bill Scatchard, this guy was with Los Angeles. I was debating trading for this guy. He's now on their second line. Charlie Goligoski is growing nicely for them. Sumal Hibbert or whatever, Venkateshan or something like that. Antti Harakala, fourth line, Formenton with Hurdle and Michel Gagne. That guy was at the Dallas Stars when we lost last year. Interesting. So they picked up a few new pieces. Defensively, Chychrun and Del Rio at the top pairing as always. Beaulieu and Bean is the second pairing as always. And then Persinger and Cristiano O'Sullivan. I don't know who they picked this guy up from. Maybe the draft. Or maybe he just grew. And then Comrades is the starter. And the backup is Evan Doherty, who was a undrafted player. Hendricks is a depth guy. And Colton Parayko is a depth guy. Okay, so anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Minnesota Wild GM mode. So next episode, we're going to take it once again to the United Center in Chicago and hopefully defeat them and get to the second round once again. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.